That's next time.
Yeah.
But we probably won't have anybody coming to talk about this anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning or evening, everybody. Welcome to our Planning Commission meeting for February the 28th. All the Planning Commission commissioners are here. There's nobody for public comment, so shall we struggle for
I can quickly, presentations and report.
and reports? Yeah.
I can quickly cover that, just what I covered upstairs, now that my brain's a little bit more geared to it. Sierra Trading Post is close to opening. Sounds like they're really close, even more so from the conversation during the work session. So we anticipate that, which they said first or second week of March. So it fits about what they told us initially. Chick-fil-A is open and operating, and then Buckle is close, and Twisted Sugar is also getting closer. So all those are moving along. I didn't note it upstairs. Fizz is still coming along. They're still a little slower, but they're coming as well. So there you go. There will be some other things maybe in the future we'll see as we get some middles. We have some discussions on some of the properties that have sat for quite a while that maybe have some opportunities forthcoming. So we'll let you know when those come. But that's it. That's all I have. Oh, and then I did note the legislative session ends on Friday. So there you go. Friday at midnight. Yep.
Wow.
They can stay in session until Friday at midnight. Then all business ceases. So, and I'm sure they'll work right up to
Will.
midnight. They do almost every year.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's all I have.
Okay, the consent items, they have already been fixed.
Yeah, she said
so-
yeah.
Does anyone want to make a motion?
Move that we approve the consent items.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You already did.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Yes.
New kid, remind us. Action items. 1A, review and discussion of proposed ordinance amendments to Title 10, Chapter 15, parking, loading space, vehicle traffic, and access of Riverdale Municipal Code. Mr. Eggett.
No problem.
I'm sorry we died.
No problem. The proposal is we've talked about it at the last meeting briefly that a change is necessary. Well, has been deemed necessary, I guess is the best way to explain it, by city staff and looking at some of the multifamily and even 3-4 family type projects we're seeing coming to the city. As a result, we've moved to adopt the standard multifamily dwelling, not adopt, but recommending, I guess, consideration of a amendment to, that's a better way to explain it, 10-15-2 under the parking code, Title 10, Chapter 15, to state standard multiple family dwelling 2 1/4 parking spaces per dwelling unit and removing 1 3/4. Another change is noting that for any 2-family, 3-family, 4-family, multiple family dwelling, visitor guest parking shall be required to be located within 150 feet of measured linear distance from the nearest accessible entranceway of each dwelling unit. I did fill the note in the work session, but I have also provided this to our city administrator / city attorney, and he is comfortable and supportive of this language, just so you know that. He thinks it's a good idea as evidenced in here. And then if you look under 10-15-3 parking space for non-dwelling buildings, I've updated and made more clear drive-in food establishment to include fast food with drive-through window and having a stacking capacity addition to 5 cars per delivery window on the property. And the reason I noted it, one thing that it's worded very specifically per delivery window, because clearly you're going to only have, if you have more than one delivery window, you should have then dual stacking lanes as the thought process. If you have one delivery window, right? Because sometimes they have 2 windows, but one they pay, like McDonald's, you pay here, but you get your food delivered here. So you measure from the furthest, the goal is try to measure from the furthest window 5 car spaces. That was the thought process in stating it that way. So that is by design that way. And then obviously I updated retail store to match that same language. With the 4 stacking still there. The new ordinance number then will be assigned appropriately under 10-15-3, and then a minor grammatical change is all that is noted. Thereafter, the ordinance the proposed ordinance change I just provided, the template being Saratoga Springs under 19.09.05 parking requirement shared parking, specifically Article 11 under guest parking, and then it notes for the dwellings above commercial, et cetera. So that's it. That's all I have on that one. Clearly, I'm open to any suggestions tonight, or, well, I guess tonight's just kind of discussion review, but if you have any ideas of things that might need to be modified, added, changed, et cetera, we could discuss it tonight. Or if you look at this and you get thinking about it throughout the week, please email me. There will still be time to address, amend, change, whatever between now and the next meeting. So that'd be my direction for the Planning Commission. And obviously, we'll go from there. So I would say let's go ahead and note item B of this one, and then move forward with that.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Item B, consideration to set a public hearing regarding the proposed ordinance amendments to Title 10, Chapter 15, Parking, Loading Space, Vehicle Traffic, and Access of Riverdale Road Municipal Code.
I don't have anything to add. I guess I kind of act out order. Does anybody have any comments or changes or ideas for me before we do Article B? Okay. Then it'd just be,
I just wanted to say I do think that the changes are very appropriate and that they will be good. The one question I do have, the 150 linear feet, is that as the crow flies?
yeah. So what you'll have is, let's say there's a home, and whether you look at the rear door or the front door, you're on a straight line, and it becomes almost like a radial line like this.
Right.
And there has to be a parking space somewhere within that radial arc as the crow flies
right,
from that
right.
access way. Yeah.
So even if it's on the other side of a building or something like that,
As long as it's accessible within 150 feet. The thought process is somebody can walk somehow within their 150 feet or less to get to, no matter where they park within that circumference of that point.
Well, they may have to walk more than 150 feet if they're going around a building or something like that.
But
But
it's not 300 feet, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
As a thought process. And I think Saratoga Springs, theirs was 200 feet, yeah. So we're trying to be a little closer, but that's because I ran a measurement using the townhomes as a template, and 200 feet puts it back up in that parking lot.
Up in that
right
corner.
At the top. So the thought process, when I measured from every unit, about 150 feet, it seemed pretty reasonable within that area as a test. And even looking at the other one on Leslie's, the Riverdale Apartments one, 150 is a good test for that one as well. So it seems to uniformly apply well, and I think it'll continue as such going forward.
Thank you.
Excellent job, Mike.
Appreciate that.
So in motion for item B, I guess.
Yes, a motion would be in order to set a public
I'd like
hearing.
to make a motion for consideration to set a public hearing regarding the proposed ordinance amendments to Title 10, Chapter 15, Parking, Loading Space, Vehicle Traffic, and Access of the Riverdale Municipal Code, which would be March
14th.
2023.
Second.
Second. You got it?
Would you poll the commission, please, Michelle?
Commissioner Noel?
Yes.
Commissioner Esposito?
Yes.
Commissioner Herman?
Yes.
Commissioner Spires?
Aye.
Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Knight?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Aye.
And that has been unanimous. Thank you very much, commissioners. Does anybody have anything that they would like to add or bring up or make a comment about?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye. Yes.
We'll get there.